at 580-782-3827.
We're not talking about punching a time clock and working 9 to 5. We're talking about working around the clock, rain or shine, hot or cold, because crops and animals won't wait. Jimmy knows all about it because he lives it. And Jimmy knows what you're going through because he goes through it too. He's here to talk about it. It's seed and feed, chemicals and compost, vaccinations and irrigation. It's time for Today in Ag with Jimmy Clark.
Hey, good day to all you great stewards of the land. It is Today in Ag with Jimmy Clark, brought to you by First National Bank and Trust of Elk City and Sayre, America. Happy Tuesday, everybody. I hope you're having a good day. She's warm. Let's check out some temperatures around here as soon as I figure out where I am. There we go. 102 at Freedom, 101 at Buffalo, 101 at Cherokee, 101 at Alva. 92 degrees at Boise City, 96 degrees at Hollis, 97 at Bessie out here in the Panhandle of Texas. More of the same, 99 degrees at Canadian, 97 at Wellington, 96 at Odell. Pampa, you're 94 degrees. Guys, looks like we got another couple weeks of this. It's not looking good and not looking good for rain. I think up in the Panhandle, they got a chance of rain later on in the week. But not looking good. It just some general information for you in case you think this is the hottest summer we ever have. It's not. Warmer statewide summer, and I remember it well, 2011. Most 100-degree days, Granville, Oklahoma, recorded 101 days at or above 100 degrees during that 2011 summer. All-time record high, 120 degrees, reported at various locations, mainly in Tipton, Oklahoma, was June 27th at 1994. Hottest August average was also set in 2011 at 102.2 degrees. So there you go. I know that made you feel better, right? Not good. Okay. Hopefully we got Brandon coming on here in just a little bit. He's been a busy man. They were already hauling cattle in today, this morning at Elk City when I drove by. It's crazy. So it's going to be one of those things. All right, let's see what happened overnight in our big old world of agriculture. Hey, before we get started with that, I'm sorry, back up. Let's back up. My wife shared this with me this morning, and I wanted to share it with you guys. If you go to the Western Oklahoma fire coverage page on Facebook, they have an all-call come up, and we have a fire department in need. Catesby Fire Department is in a great need of the following items: bottled water, Gatorade, drink packets, that you mix with your water bottles, non-perishable snacks, such as peanut butter crackers, cheese crackers, beef jerky, Vienna sausages, granola bars, mixed nuts, energy bars, dry fruit packs, and etc., etc. So if you can, they would appreciate it. They need some of that. And there's an address. If you can get on their Western Oklahoma fire coverage page, there's an address on there where you can mail stuff to, have Amazon send it or whatever. They're Engage America up there in the Panhandle of Oklahoma. So if you would be so kind to donate some stuff, they need it bad. And this thing's not going to get much better. Also, yesterday when I was reading the Forestry Department's governors and county burn ban status, I read it off the email I got sent to them that got sent to me yesterday morning, and they would it was updated because there's some county commissioner meetings on Monday morning. And I didn't have the updated one, so here's the updated one for Oklahoma governors and county burn ban. Texas County in the Oklahoma Panhandle Jackson County, just south of us, Warsaw County, Cotton County, and Jefferson County in western Oklahoma. Logan, Oklahoma County, McLean, and LaFleur in central and eastern Oklahoma have a burn ban. And I figure there'll be some more today and more next week. This is it doesn't take much to start a fire for sure. So there's your update on that one, and I think that was about all the updates I had for you. All right, so now let's see what happened overnight in our big world of agriculture. Wheat futures were again higher overnight as the ongoing war between Russia and Ukraine is expected to limit the grain's global supply. Ukrainian wheat exports in 2026-27 marketing year are now forecast at 10.8 million metric tons. That's down from 14.5 million. And that's about it. Corn shipments in the 26-27 season are now projected at 14 million metric tons in Ukraine. That's down from the previous forecast of 23 million metric tons. And last year they exported 23.8 million. So not quite half, but quite a bit. Turkey has temporarily suspended its vessels from going into the Black Sea due to the fear of attacks. The war between Russia and Ukraine have raged since February of 2022. Crop conditions were a little changed week to week as plants continue to mature. A little more than 60% of the U.S. corn was in good or excellent conditions. Matter of fact, one of the listeners of the show was going to Niagara Falls, and he sent me a message this morning saying that corn up there is taller than his pickup. So, yeah, that's where they got good soil up there. How's that? According to this, more than 50% of the U.S. soybeans earned top ratings at the start of the week. That's down a percentage point from the week before. 74% of the crop was setting pods, up from 62% the previous week. Winter wheat harvesting is almost complete already, with 91% of it in the bin, on par with the average this time of the year. About 24% of the spring wheat crop was collected as of Sunday, up from 5% a week earlier, and well ahead of the 19% average for this time of the year. Wheat futures for September delivery up 2 pennies to $6.42.5 a bushel overnight on Chicago Board of Trade, while Kansas City added 2 1/4 to $7.15 a bushel. Corn futures for December came up 1/4 penny to $4.62 a bushel. What else going on here? Soybeans and wheat inspections for overseas delivery was up last week compared and with corn decline. Soybean inspections for export totaled, as of August the 6th, totaled 399,000 metric tons. That's up from 347,000 the week before. Examinations of wheat for offshore delivery up to 421,000 metric tons from 338 the week prior. Corn inspections fell to 1.74 million metric tons. That's down from 1.89 million the week before, but above what they shipped out this time last year. Let's see here. Wheat inspections since the start of the grains marketing year on June 1st of 2026 came in at 3.33 million metric tons, and that's down 1.1 million tons from last year, so not good. National Weather Service weather outlook for our Farm Belt, extremely hot. Shocking. Western Kansas, east into southern Indiana, and southern Iowa, Louisiana, just all over. Heat indexes in extreme eastern Kansas and central Missouri are forecast to reach 109 today. Oklahoma and Texas Panhandle heat indexes forecast to top out at 105. So it's hot. Before we go to break, I wanted to share this from our Department of Agriculture, and where he is, Officer Huckabee, from down around Mangum. He wanted me to share this with you guys. Missing black heifer with red number 12 ear tag, weighing 400 to 450, 2 miles north of Elk City High School on 1990 Road. Has been missing since the 5th, so it's been missing about 6 days. A 450 pound black heifer with the red number 12 ear tag in it. And then also missing 2 whitish red calves weighing around 400 to 500 pounds south on Merritt Road and a quarter mile east on 1180 Road from north side of the road. No brands or ear tags. Missing since 8/5 also. If seen, call Agent Huckabee with the Oklahoma Department of Ag at 405-570-0287. 405-570-0287. Got a calf missing here straight north of the Elk City High School, and down on Merritt Road, there's a couple of calves missing there, 400 to 500 pounds. No brands or ear tags on that. They're whitish red calves. So there you have it. Okay, today is the Stockman's Veterinary Clinic happy hour, so let's take a Stockman's Vet Clinic break. We'll be right back.
Today in Ag with Jimmy Clark.
A man called the shop and asked Lyle if they fixed tractor tires out in the field. Lyle said, yes, they did. The man asked if Lyle had a 710 70R38. Lyle said, yes, they did. And Lyle asked where the tractor was. Do you know where Crawford is? The man asked. Lyle said, yeah, he knew. Can you come today? Lyle said they could. And they did. All the way from Blair to the northwest corner of Roger Mills County. Lyle Shaw at Blair Tire and Feed knows you can get tires just about anywhere. All he has to sell is service.
Oklahoma, safety starts with you.
If you see something, say something with the free and anonymous Protect OK app. Whether it's a threat to one of our schools, a public safety concern, or a disturbing post on social media, your tip can help prevent crime and keep our schools and communities safe.
Download Protect OK today, because protecting Oklahoma is everyone's responsibility. Available free on the Apple App Store and Google Play. Funded by the Oklahoma Office of Homeland Security.
Hey folks, this is EJ Grediman with ASCO Equipment out of Elk City, Oklahoma. If you need rental equipment, I got your back. From excavators to wheel loaders, telehandlers, and forklifts, we rent the brands that you know and trust. With flexible terms, responsible service, and expert support, we're here to keep your job on track. Need equipment? We're on it here at ASCO Equipment. Visit ascoeq.com or stop by our Elk City branch, 513 West 20th here in Elk City, Oklahoma, or you can just give me a call, 580-243-9233. Appreciate it, folks, and y'all have a blessed day.
As a farmer or rancher, you're always looking for ways to save time and money. The Apache Hay Wagon from Everett's Welding in Visay, Oklahoma will help you do just that. The Apache Hay Wagon eliminates 80 to 90% of hay waste with its unique design. It hauls multiple bales, saving you time and money. Go by Everett's Welding today and ask to see the Apache Hay Wagon. You'll be glad you did. You can also visit them online at everettswelding.com.
Paul Jones Drug is Elk City's most experienced compounding pharmacy, meaning they can custom make your prescription medications to your doctor's specifications, safely and effectively providing you with exactly what you need. And for your convenience, Paul Jones Drug has a drive-through pickup window as well as curbside service for testing and vaccinations, and offers free local delivery. Just a couple reasons you should choose Paul Jones Drug, 809 North Main Street in Elk City.
I'm Rodney Skinner with Paul Jones Drug, and I promise we provide care you can trust.
This is the Western Oklahoma Livestock Auction Market Report for Monday, August 3rd. 954 head were sold. 4 head of steers at $464 brought $470. 6 at $512 brought $410. 7 at $626 brought $383. 7 at $644 brought $382.50. 17 at $666 brought $387. 40 at $977 brought $307. 3 at $978 brought $316. 16 head of heifers at $375 brought $485. 4 at $406 brought $395. 11 11 at 449 brought 432.50. 5 at 601 brought 337.50. 11 at 645 brought 350. 3 at 717 brought 305. Butcher cows 84 to 184. Butcher bulls 166 to 234. Bred cows 1700 to 3200. Pairs 3750 to 3850. Western Oklahoma Livestock Auction Exit 71, Clinton, Oklahoma. Sale every Monday, 10 a.m. To consign, call Brandon Hickey, 580-497-6095.
Oh, Jimmy's all wound up and ready to go. Here comes more of Today in Ag with Jimmy Clark.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Let's check out some weather out in the Texas Panhandle. Miami, 100 degrees, heat index of 99. Humidity's 23, dew point's 56. Winds are out of the straight south. 19 miles an hour with wind gust up to 22. Peak wind gust today, 32 miles an hour. No month-to-date precipitation. No red flag minutes yet. And 8-inch soil temperature is 85 degrees. Well, Mr. Brandon Hickey is on the phone with me. Good day, sir.
Howdy, howdy. How are you?
Can
you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
How are you?
I'm
all right.
Good. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
All right, good. It's already hot.
Oh my gosh, it is. It is that. Don't seem to be any relief from that here lately.
I ran into somebody.
What an August we're having.
Yeah, I ran into somebody who said you're already taking some cattle at Elk City today.
Oh yeah. We've got that big deal of that ranch sell-off deal in, and we're in the midst of it already. Starting to get some of them pairs matched up. We've got 200. I think they said they sent 285 cows and 285 calves and 6 or 8 bulls, and so we're getting a start on it. We've got several of them already paired, and we got a lot more yet to go. But we're started on it.
Well, what kind of cattle are they bringing in? Pretty decent.
Yeah, nice set of 4 to 8 year old cows. Never been off of that ranch. All year branded, all just carrying one brand besides the year brand, and just a really, really nice consignment, true dispersal type deal. They, like I say, be about 285 of these cows, and the year brands, they show that they should be about 4 to 8 years old. We'll of course mouth them and see, the teeth might show something different, but hopefully not. We'll have a nice set of cows. There'll probably be a few 3-in-1 pairs on this deal, and there'll be quite a few young pairs on the deal, and then there'll be a lot of big calves. We'll sell off the deal on Friday, and hopefully a whole bunch of short to middle bred cows that we'll have to sell off on Saturday. So mostly Angus cross cows. There's a few Shars, few reds on them, but nearly all blacks and black moths.
Sounds like a good looking set of cattle.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Well, let's start at Elk City from last Friday. 2,078 head. Nice sale. Lots of buyers. Seemed like there was some attitudes in there, but I think that was towards me, not the cattle.
Yeah, it did seem like there might have been a little bit of that going on, but yeah, it was a nice sale. Pretty well steady from the week before on the calves, and then maybe just a smidgen higher on the big cattle, the feedlot ready cattle. Was what I kind of saw out of the deal. Had a lot of nice cattle on offer. Big run, first big run of the fall. I think for the 2 days we ended up with just shy of 2,100 head. The cow deal was pretty well fully steady on Saturday. The young cows might have been just a smidgen cheaper than what they have been previous weeks. Maybe a little bit of concerns about the drought starting to show up a little bit on the young cows, but lots of, apparently from what I'm hearing, quite a bit of feed around, silage around, whatnot. So them old bred cows and pairs pretty well steady with where they had been. but the young cows, the more long-term kind of cows, maybe just a little bit cheaper than what we had been seeing, and I think that's probably maybe due to the drought concerns and drought spreading out, getting a little bit bigger area. Some of them guys that's been coming and taking a lot of these cows back east, maybe pulling in their horns just a little bit. They still want some cows, still interested in buying some cows, but just maybe backing off just a smidgen from what they had been.
Yeah, it looked like they was off just a little bit, but man, price is still good. And
It is. It's still at or near record highs, just like we have been, and that's where the numbers say we should be. We've taken a lot off of it in the last 40 days, it's frustrating to with the fundamentals like they are and the numbers like they are that has happened, but not anything that can be done about it. But just still taking advantage of some really good prices. This calf deal, probably not going to get any better till we get a big general area rain, and then I don't know if we're going to get one of them anytime soon or not. I don't know. It's sure awfully hot and dry. Usually when you get some of this hot weather like that, it's going to warm you up a rain, but not many clouds in sight from what I'm looking at.
No, and it's everywhere. I know there's places drier than other places, but it's all dry now. It don't matter. And
yes, sir.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I mean, we went down there to Rush Springs Saturday, and I was shocked that between Hobart and Mountain View that there was still a little bit of water in some of those tanks down there. That caught me off guard. And,
yes, sir.
But so water's becoming a big deal. So what do you, besides those cows, that ranch bringing their cattle in, what do you got going on Friday?
We've got several consignments lined up, anywhere from 20 to 50 head of good local ranch raised calves. Sure expecting a nice run. Maybe not as many as we had last week that don't have as many yearlings, long-weaned cattle on consignment this week as what I had last week. But we're still expecting a good calf run. Lots of calves consigned. Just off this one ranch that I've got, the calves that we don't pair. I mean, that consignment alone is probably going to be at or over 200 head of really good 3 to 5 weight calves. Several other ranches is bringing, like I say, 20 to 40, and we'll have a nice run Friday, and then it looks like probably a pretty big cow run on Saturday. Lots of old bred cows coming in, but the featured deal will be these 4 to 8 year olds that'll, like I say, should be a lot of short to middle bred cows and quite a few pairs.
Well, that'll work good. Well, I was pretty happy with what the bull done. So
yes, sir.
That bull that I took in there from my partners out here west of Elk, I was kind of shocked actually, but it was good.
Yeah.
And yeah, because I heard from the Charlet expert from Reed America. He's the one that kept up with the number for me, and but he didn't say nothing about any Charlet bulls, so I don't guess there were any in there Saturday.
Yeah.
If he probably would have known I was bringing one, he would have probably brought one so he could compare notes.
Yeah. That's probably exactly right.
Seems like the Friday Saturday deal's going well. To me, it does. I don't. Is that your opinion?
Yeah, I think it is going well. We've about got all the, got all the kinks worked out of the thing, and it's running a little bit smoother every week. And you know what? I think the greatest thing about it is the speed at which we're being able to do what we're doing. We had a pretty good run there. I don't know. We'd have been, 12 or 1,300 head. That we ran on Friday of calves and yearlings, and done by 4 o'clock, and had everybody out of there done, checked out, gone by 4:30, and then Saturday, well over 700 head total on Saturday. A lot more single cows than what we'd had the previous week, but we still done by 4 again, and had everybody gone by 4:30. So the best I can tell, it's sure easier on the workers. The buyers like getting home at a better time. I think everybody has been pretty happy with it. It's been a little bit of, I'm not going to lie, it's been a little bit of a shock to my pocketbook with with running those an extra day a payroll like that for a sale day, but that's that we knew that was probably going to be part of it. But it's that all in all, I think it's been a good move, and it's sure made everybody get home at a lot better times on Friday and Friday nights, and they get to give up a little bit of their Saturday, but they're home at a good time on Saturday evening. So I think all in all, it's been a good deal, and like I say, it just we just get a little bit better at it every week so far. So
good deal. I haven't heard anybody with a negative attitude. The first couple of ones, there was a little bit of a negative out there, but it was because how people don't like change.
Yes.
and now the change is in place, and everybody's cool. Yep. And some of those old guys, like my old buddy from down there south, he can, he gets to come up here and eat breakfast 2 days in a row. So and Cousin Kay, I haven't heard her complain much. Matter of fact, it probably helped her pocketbook just a little bit now that she's cooking hamburgers 2 days in a row instead of one.
If it did, she will never admit it. I can promise you that.
Actually, that's the first time I've been in there, and there was no negative attitude between me and her.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Yeah, so I'm going to change that this Friday, though.
Yeah.
I'm going in there. Well, I know you're busy, so let's just go on down I-40 to western Oklahoma. Another good sale there. Over 1,100 head, if I remember right.
Yep, 1134. Good yearling run. Some of them big yearlings coming in off the grass. That's grass is, of course, playing out, drying out, and the cattle have done well. Lots of 8, 9, and even some 10 weight cattle there yesterday coming in off the grass. And, they do well on that old grass that gets a little bit of rain, but then dries out and cures out, and it really packs the pound on those cattle. So you get a lot of good 8, 9, 10 weight, mostly steers, very heavy to the steer side this week. But it was sure better than the week before. I'd call the calf deal probably 3 to 6 cheaper than the week before, but the feeder cattle deal, I'd call it 5 or 6 higher than the week before on the feeder cattle deal. A little bit of a line out on the board, a little bit maybe. It's at least quit going down. It's not bouncing like I hoped or anticipated that it might. I thought we might see a pretty significant bounce once we hit the bottom, and it just kind of seems to be just kind of hovering instead of bouncing. So, but at least I think maybe the people feel like maybe we've kind of put the lows in, so maybe we're not gonna, hopefully not gonna go through another support level and go down further than what we already have. So that's I think that gave them a little bit of confidence to up it a little bit. Lots of naysayers and quote unquote experts out there throwing around a lot of opinions about oil and corn and this, that, and the other, and I don't know. All of that's going to play out over the next 45 days. But I from what I've been told and what I've witnessed myself, it looks like to me that it's going to be a pretty significant corn crop. But there are those out there saying that there's been too many beans planted and the corn's not doing as good as they say, and so it's not going to be as big of a corn crop. And that's kind of allowing the corn to bounce a little bit, which that in turn turns, usually that'll turn the feeder board down and the live cattle board up, as is usually what the higher corn prices do. But it just lots of stuff, lots of speculation. It's it'll all come out in the wash here in the next 45 or 60 days. But And we'll see who all's going to be who's going to be right when it all comes out in the wash. Probably like usual, it'll probably be somewhere in the middle between the ones that say it's going to be a really good corn crop, big corn crop, and those that say it's not near as big as anybody's expecting, because there's too many beans planted and this, that, and the other. So it'll probably land somewhere in the middle, but they're gonna play with it. They're gonna send it up and down and this, that, and every which direction while they're waiting on that to come out and see what the final results are. So I don't know. Like you and I've talked before, the fundamentals haven't changed. The numbers are just as tight or tighter than they have been. These July placement numbers will come out here in another week or two, and I bet they're gonna. I'm going to say they're probably going to be, in the negative again, just because of what I'm seeing around of all these Selborne receipts. They're not the numbers out there that there normally is, and I think at some point in time the traders that have sent this thing down so far over the last 30 days are going to say, they're going to wake up to the fact that wow, these placements have been down, significantly down for 3 months straight, and they're gonna start buying and send this thing back the other direction. That's what I think should happen, what I think will happen, what I think should happen. But I've been wrong just as much or more than I've been right.
Well, we all got a 50-50 shot at it, but yeah, because this heat's hitting up there everywhere, up into Iowa, Illinois, Kansas, and Nebraska, and Missouri. So it's got to be affecting the corn crop there. So it'll, like you said, probably by the end of September we'll know for sure, and see what's going on. And
and then of course on our local calf market, it's going to be a lot more dictated. I mean, it'll be dictated to a certain degree about that from the corn crop, but it's going to be a lot more dictated about whether or not we get some rain and some of these guys are able to get some wheat sowed in the ground too. That'll make a lot of difference on this a lot more difference, have a lot more effect on our local calves than that corn market is. It'll have a somewhat of an effect, but it's not like what it will when we determine whether we are or aren't going to make some wheat pasture grazing this fall.
That'll work. Well, you got anything coming in Western Oklahoma next Monday yet that you know of?
Yeah, but I've got about 3 calf consignments already on the list for next week, and then I got one really nice yearling consignment, home raised yearlings. Will be about 63 of them, and just some of the fanciest cattle we sell. Steers and heifers mixed. He said they're probably weighing from 850 to 1,000. Coming off wheat and then going to grass, and be a really, really fancy set of yearlings on that deal that we've got already consigned for Monday. So it'll be a nice sale again, a good sale. It's early. I've got quite a few on the list for it only being Tuesday for next Monday. So we'll probably have a pretty nice run there coming up next Monday, and I know of one really ultra fancy set of yearlings. That's man. I mean, I know it's kind of the wrong time of year to breed some heifers, but man, if a guy, while this thing's a little bit depressed, if a guy wanted to buy a fancy set of 9-weight heifers and put bulls with them right now, I'll have them this next Monday.
Ooh, that sounds good. And because I before you got to next week's consignment, I'm sure that gentleman or those people, let me rephrase that, people from Cordell was pretty happy with that big group that sold there yesterday, 180 of them at $858 at $339. That's a pretty good little paycheck.
Yeah. It was a good sale. Like I say, good market. Darn sure had lots of buyers interested in the barn. They wanting to be a little cautious compared to what they have been, but they're emptying a lot of pens. And man, I tell you what, another thing. I mean, just some real horror stories out there on the heat stress on these fat cattle and how many have been lost in the last 2 weeks. Of just some unreal numbers. I mean, it's kind of funny that it's funny and it's not funny, but they're talking about that they've had more fat cattle die in 1 week from heat stress than they're going to be able to get across the Mexican border anytime in the next 6 or 8 months or a year even.
Yeah, I read that somewhere. Somebody said that there was enough that died in Nebraska alone that will be more than they'll even bring across the border in a year. So so it's
and they're taking beef out of the pipeline. Every time one of them things lay down and dies, that was supposed to be on the hanging chain. In the next couple of weeks. I mean, that's beef out of the pipeline that can't be replaced. That's not necessarily a good thing, but at all for anybody. Because that hurts the producers that thought they were about to get a paycheck, and the ones that did happen to have some heat insurance, heat insurance stress, the heat stress insurance is going to be going up, and and then of course the beef at the supermarkets is liable to go up because we've taken a lot of that off the shelves that would have been showing up here in the next 60 days is being buried in the ground now. So.
Well, all right. Well, Brandon, thanks for taking out your time out of your day, and I'll let you get back out working on sorting those calves and cattle out you got coming in today, and probably see you Friday.
Sounds great. Pray for rain and a little relief from the heat.
No, my gosh, yes, we will. I just let you know, I did the naked rain dance. It didn't work.
Well, it might. It's probably still on its way. It just hasn't got here yet.
No, they probably haven't uncovered their eyes yet. So we'll see how that goes. So, all right, thanks, Brandon.
You bet, Jimmy. Have a good one.
See ya. All right, let's take a Stockman's Vet Clinic break, and we'll be right back.
He loves talking about farming and ranching. Today in Ag with Jimmy Clark.
Hay wrap is what people use in their balers, the farmers, when they want to, baling up hay. It wraps it up is better than twine. So it's like one consistency, holds everything together, lasts longer, easier to cut off. Well, we started selling it because we got asked for it because nowhere around here to really buy it, the good kind of net wrap that we have. So we found a vendor that's good price, and now we carry it. Well, we've got it. Camrock is right south of Fred's Steakhouse in Elk City, Oklahoma.
So that's where I think our conservative nature comes in. The way we handle our depositors' money, we don't do a lot of risk-taking on that side. We like a lot of singles and doubles. Man, they are great. They add up. You can hit a home run every now and then, but, man, you can strike out, too, trying to swing for the fence. And everybody's seen the news lately. There's been a couple banks that have gone down, and the games they played, we're not even in there. That's not something we want to do. I'm Jason Redd, and I help make the difference at First National Bank and Trust of Elk City and Sayre.
Member FDIC.
You want to start your own business and do something you love. It's exciting, but you've got a lot on your mind. Will customers buy what you're selling? What about overhead costs? Do you have the money to get started? Plenty to consider before jumping headfirst into this thing you love. It just so happens that helping people start and grow a business is something I love. I'm Kyle Killoffer at Great Plains Bank in Elk City, member FDIC. People tell me I'm a good listener. When you're ready to start your business, come tell me about it.
Every farmer and rancher knows nutrition is key when it comes to getting the best out of every animal. High Pro Feeds has built their reputation on providing the best nutrition possible. Their commitment to nutrition is unwavering. High Pro is a name you know and trust. Buy the best and get the results you deserve. Hobart Farm and Garden is your trusted High Pro Feeds dealer, providing quality feeds in bulk, bags, or sacks. Visit them online at hobartfarmandgarden.com.
Your farm deserves only the best, and that's why Valley Genuine Parts are crafted to meet the highest standards to elevate your pivot's performance, covering all your pivot needs. Valley Genuine Parts provide optimal operation and extend the life of your pivots, from drivetrain components to sprinkler parts. Invest in the best for your farm. Valley is your partner in irrigation success. Stop by Knutson Irrigation or call 1-800-373-9325 or online at KnutsonIrrigation.com.
You don't want to let your cotton set in the field day after day waiting to be gin. Now, to better serve you, the cotton farmers in Oklahoma and the Texas Panhandle, Lone Star Gin has processed over 540,000 bales of cotton. They've got locations in Pampa, Texas, and now in Burns Flat, Oklahoma. Lone Star Gin has the ability to process over 2,400 bales per day. All they do is gin cotton. Go to LoneStarGin.com for more information, and you can find them on Facebook.
Kent Watkins here with SEI Agritech in Elk City, Oklahoma. We're excited to announce we are now a dealer for Terraplex Ag drones. These drones are American built. And of course, we have the best feed and minerals for your livestock, along with our Spiz ProGrow lawn fertilizer and pasture and range herbicides. Remember, we sell to Texas customers as well and welcome your business. Stop by or give us a call at SEI Agritech on South Randall in Elk City. And don't forget to follow us on Facebook for the latest updates and information.
He loves to talk about farming and ranching. Here's more of Today in Ag with Jimmy Clark.
Welcome back, everybody. Excuse me. Let's go to northwestern Oklahoma and give you a Lipscomb Dealership Ag weather update. For Freedom, 103, feels like 104, heat risk is low. Dew point 60, humidity's 25, the winds are out of the southwest at 18 miles an hour with wind gusts up to 24. 3-day average 4-inch bare soil temperature, 92 degrees, sunset 8:34, 107 today. Looks like you're going to get there. Mostly clear and not good for tonight. Low of 80. And tomorrow's more the same. 107 with south winds 14 to 21 with wind gust up to 30. Felt like a blow dryer up there, but just like one guy I was talking to yesterday said, I'm glad the wind's blowing. I don't know that we could stand it if that wind wasn't blowing, but it's not helping everything else. But 80 for a low tonight. That's a warning for you guys out there to keep an eye on your cattle, especially if they don't in their in pastures or pens that don't have shade. You need to keep a really close eye on them. Check on the water. Put some sprinklers out if you got them, if they're in lots or something. Do something, guys. Help your cattle out. Okay, let's see what the market's doing here. Grains. Woo, something changed since early this morning. Kansas City wheat, September, $6.97, down 15 3/4. December, $7.15, down 15 3/4. Chicago wheat, December, $6.45, down 13.5. Corn, December, $4.59, down 2. Soybeans, November, $11.66, down 13. Soybean oil, October, $68.04, down 126. And soybean meal for August, $305.10, up 140. September's $305.40, down 1. October's down 1, also at $307.10. Chicago, let's see here what we got. There we go. Oats for December, $343, down 1. See what livestock's doing here. Got some green on the board here. October lives, $226.85, down a nickel. December, $226.05, up 10. February is $226.32, up 30. Feeders for September, $345.62, up 105. October is $336.92, up 105, and November is $329.70, up 155. Lean hogs, October $83.20, bam, it's in the red, down 47, and December $74.10, down 102. Energy, because there's so much crap going on over there, it's up a little bit. Oil's up a little bit. September is $83.11. Up 98, and natural gas for September $2.77, basically unchanged since yesterday. There you go. Okay. I wanted to share this with you. Actually, let's go ahead and take the last break since I didn't take a break with Brandon because I knew he was standing outside sorting cattle and didn't want him to get too overheated talking to me. Let's go ahead and take our last Stockman's Vet Clinic break, and we'll be right back.
Today in Ag with Jimmy Clark.
Is your cattle mineral investment being washed away? Weather can cause conventional mineral to absorb water and blow away. Simply put, your cows probably aren't eating. That's why Purina created Wind and Rain Storm Mineral, a weatherized mineral that can stand up to the elements. Its larger particle size makes it harder to blow away and easier for water to pass through. Keep money in your pocket. Contact Farmers Union Co-op Gin, 720 South Main, Elk City, 225-0191.
There's a big party in Sayre this Saturday for North Fork Electric members. The Cooperative's 87th annual members meeting is this Saturday under the pavilion at the Sayre City Park. Drive-through registration begins at 9 a.m. at the RV park entrance. This year's grand prize is a John Deere Z545R Z-Track mower, sponsored in part by Western Equipment. Runner-up prize is $1,000 cash provided by R&R Powerline. You have to register by 10 a.m. to be eligible for the grand prize drawings, and you must be present to win. Bring the whole family and enjoy delicious barbecue from Blue Mountain Smoke. Sons of the Sage will provide live Western swing music. Plus, there'll be free swimming and miniature golf, and a lot of great door prizes. For more details about the 87th annual meeting this Saturday, like and follow North Fork Electric on Facebook and Instagram. Live music, free barbecue, free swimming, free miniature golf, and lots of prizes. North Fork Electric Co-op's 87th annual members meeting is this Saturday in the Sayre City Park.
Dehydration, injuries, viruses, sunburns. Summer can throw a lot at you. At Express Wellness Urgent Care, we're ready for it. We provide quality, affordable care 7 days a week, where walk-ins are always welcome and most major insurances are accepted. Stop by and see us right here in Elk City or find more of our clinics all across Oklahoma. Don't let bad health ruin a great summer. Find your nearest clinic at expresswellnessurgentcare.com. That's the letter expresswellnessurgentcare.com.
Do you know Mickey Lively with Oklahoma Farm Bureau Insurance? If you do, you already know this about him.
When people meet me and get to know me, I think they do truly walk away with a feel of, you know what, when that guy says something, he means it. He means what he says what he means. I'm a straight shooter. I'll tell people up front, hey, I might not be able to beat that price. One thing that I always do when I meet with a client or with a new customer, I look over all their insurance stuff. And there are times I hand it back to them and say, hey, you've got great coverage at a great price. If you're not happy with your agent, let's look at making a change. But if you don't have any issues with them, hey, you've got another set of eyes that looked at your policy and you've got good coverage, you don't have anything to worry about. That goes a long way because a couple of years from now, they may have a rate increase. I'm Mickey Lively, and I work for Oklahoma Farm Bureau, and my office is located in Greer County.
Mickey Lively and Oklahoma Farm Bureau in Greer County.
Call 782-3827.
Life insurance and annuity products offered through Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company. Property and casualty products are offered through Oklahoma Farm Bureau Mutual Insurance and affiliated companies.
Out here in western Oklahoma, you don't need fast-talking city dealers or slow-walking service departments when it comes to your work trucks and your family's SUVs. You just need honest folks from around here who want to be your dealer and want to take good care of your vehicles up the road. So come see us at any of our 3 Lipscomb dealerships off I-40 in Elk City and Sayre for your next new or pre-owned vehicle backed by almost 50 years of quality service. Lipscomb, locally owned, family owned since 1979.
Now back to more of Today in Ag with Jimmy Clark.
Welcome back, everybody. Let's head to the southwestern Oklahoma and get your southwestern Oklahoma ag weather update brought to you by Holbert Farm and Garden there in Holbert, America, capital of Kiowa County. 99 degrees at Granite. Feels like 101. Dew point 63. Humidity's 30%. Winds are out of south, southwest, 16. Wind gust up to 23. 3-day average 4-inch bare soil temperature, 93 degrees. Sunset at 8:31. Humidity's 104. Clear and 180 for tonight. Same thing down here. It's not going to get cool tonight, folks. 104 tomorrow. Winds 14 to 20 out of the south with wind gusts up to 30 miles an hour tomorrow. All right. I wanted to share this because I get this Texas A&M AgriLife Extension Texas Agriculture Law blog every week. And this is what happens when you don't have things written down and notarized and nothing to it. It don't matter if it's your mom. Nowadays, just do it. And this is a prime example. This is a court considers ranch ownership dispute between family members. It's Hollis versus Hollis. And the lawsuit involves a ownership dispute over a 304-acre ranch in Titus County. The ranch was purchased in 1978 by Wayford and Reba Hollis, husband and wife. According to their son, Robert, there was an oral agreement between Wayford and Robert that Wayford would purchase the ranch and Robert would stock it with his cattle, manage the operations, and repay Wayford for all the proceeds from the cattle sales. Robert claimed their agreement was that once the property lien note was paid off, Robert would own half interest in the ranch, and he would inherit the other half interest when Wayford died. Robert's wife, Sherry, testified that he told her of this oral agreement at the time it was made, and paperwork with the USDA was signed by both parties, including Robert and Wayford were 50-50 partners in the operation. Reba, that's Wayford's wife, testified she and Wayford were close and discussed major decisions. She denied there was ever an oral agreement between Robert and her husband and testified she never heard anything about it. Instead, she testified that she and Wayford purchased the ranch because they did not have a retirement program. She said Wayford found the ranch and Robert was not involved in the conversation or decision to purchase it. Robert said he brought his cattle out to the ranch and moved into the old house on the ranch in 1980. Reba said that Wayford purchased the cattle to put on the ranch and denies that Robert brought his own cattle with him. Man, it's going to get ugly, ain't it? She also denied that the money from the cattle sales paid the note on the ranch. Later, Robert and Sherry moved a trailer onto the ranch. When the herd grew to over 100 head, Robert leased additional land. Cattle was sold primarily at the Hollis family production sale, and the proceeds from the larger cattle sales went to Wayford. Some smaller cattle sale income went to the ranch's business account to pay expenses. Financial records show that Robert paid Wayford $823,785 in cattle income from 1978 to the 2000. Wayford paid Robert a small salary from 1981 to 1999, about $185,000. The property lien was released in 1993. Shortly after this, Robert and Sherry built a new $450,000 house on the property. Reba knew they were building a house before they broke ground, and she never objected, told them to stop, or claim they were building on her property. Reba did, however, help hang wallpaper in the house, and after the house was built, Reba told Robert to survey off an area for the house and they would deed it to him. So, man. So I guess this is, I guess there was another, a sister involved, according to this. Lisa testified that Robert never mentioned in an agreement that they were met with an attorney after Wayford's death. She also testified she talked to Robert about Reba needing to sell some of the ranch. So anyway, it's in litigation, and it's not, I can tell you it's not going to be pretty. And according to the law school, some of the key takeaways: first, all agreements should be writing. A lot of argument, time, and money could likely have been avoided in this case. Second, it's important for landowners to remember if anyone is using your land who does not have an ownership interest in the land, legal action should be considered quickly. Third, oral agreements about who will inherit at a person's death are invalid. Texas law does not recognize oral wills, so remember that. Fourth, family members certainly can end up with a legal dispute with each other, and that's what's happened to this. There's no sense in it. You got lawyers, they're not cheap, but there's no telling what the legal bill is going to be after this. So just letting you guys fill it in. Fill in the blanks is all I can tell you. Pete's pick of the week is a pristine pace car truck. Brought $35,000, and IH Tractors Test record prices. The trucks, normally if it's tractor auction that catches Pete's eye, but a recent truck sale has gained his attention. This week's Pete's pick of the week is a 1979 Ford F-150 Indy pace car with 1,017 miles on it, sold for $35,000. The Melvin and Marvin Bulk Estate auction in Iowa also features some international farm equipment. A 1982 IH 5288 with 2,400 hours, $39,000. 81 IH 5088 with 1,500 hours on it, brought $42,000. That's the third highest price recorded on this model. And 1981 IH 3288 with 3,900 hours on it, brought $36,000. That was a record. And a 1971 IH 1066, 4,500 hours on it, sold for $34,000. And then a big red 253 wheeler sold for $5,200. Cool stuff. See you tomorrow. It's the Day in Ag with Jimmy Clark, brought to you by First National Bank and Trust of Elk City and Sayre.
You've been listening to Today in Ag with Jimmy Clark on 96.5 KECO.